Hello all, I am Jairam. In a series of providing video sessions on C programming language, in my last session I have discussed about different types of control structures and control statements are available in C program language. Now in this session I am going to discuss about what is meant by function and what is the use of function and how we declare function, what is the syntax of function and how the functions are included in the C program language. So these types of topics, these are the topics I am going to discuss in this session. So if you want my last session, please subscribe my channel Jairam Turlapati and like my channel for more videos. So now let's start the session. Here in this session, here first of all let's see the definition of a function. See, in my previous session I discussed about the control structures and control statement. In this session I am going to discuss about functions. So first of all let's see the definition of a function. So first of all let's understand the first point. Here I am reading the first point. Let's look at the first point here. A function is a group of statements that together to perform a task. Here the function, so continue reading. Here every C program has at least one function which is main function, and all the most trivial programs can define additional functions. That means here we have function is a keyword. It is a function is mainly used to blocks are mainly used in the C program language by writing the programs. Here function means, suppose if we want to execute a block of code, if we want to execute a block of code otherwise if we want to perform task that combined that is consisting of group of statements. So in that cases so those statements which are going to be executed, which are necessary for you to execute those statements are put in a block. That block is often called as, and we can give name to it, and that name is a user defined one, so that is called a function. So first of all now let's see the definition again. Here the first point again, once here I am reading the first point. Now suppose a function is now let's see, a function is a group of statements that together to perform a task. That means those statements which are needed for you to perform a number of perform a specific task. Those statements you have to put it into a block. That block is called as a function. So often we treat it as a function. So this, by using this type function we can create many number of predefined, and C program language also provides many number of predefined functions also. So let's understand the second point. Here I have written the second point. A function declares the compiler about a function name. So as soon as when you declare a function come up with its name. Function it has its name and return type, and it has the some body. That means the statements body means here the statements that are written under the function. That means the closed parenthesis and open parenthesis, that other statements are written under the function. So by using the return type, what is the return type of the function? By using the what is the value function name. But what is the function name? A function name, that is the function name is the user defined one. You can change as per your convenience. And parameter list, here the parameter list are arguments we can pass to that function also. So let's understand about function in detail with the syntax. Here I am defining the function. This is the syntax of function, and this is the way we read the functions in C program language. Here I have written first of all, here I have written a keyword called return type. Here we can mention the return type of that function, whether it is void return type or it is a int return type, whatever may be the return type. Here this return type specifies the what is the return type of a function, and this function name specifies the what is the function name of the function we are going to use. And this is the user defined one. This is the user defined function name is the user defined one, and this parameter list is often called as an argumented list. As per the user convenience, user can pass as many arguments as you can based on his her requirements. So these are the different types of statements. Here body of the function goes here, that means those statements which we are going to execute are put into them block. And those a group of statement, those group of statement that together to perform a task, those to be included in these parentheses only, those are often called as body of the function. So all those statements are goes here. So this is the basic definition and basic defining and basic syntax of a function in C program language. So far, next of all, let's see the point. Here I have written a function definition in C program consisting of a function header and function body. Sometimes function, so this function had two types. So here function definition consisting of function header, that means the name of the function, what is the heading of the function, and next one is the function body, and the statements and the execution statements that are written under the closed parenthesis, those are the are a body closed bracket, and those closed parenthesis those are called as the function body. So let's understand about function in detail. Here I have written some points on the function here. So suppose as soon as you declare the function in a C program language, function come up with all these. What are those? Here first of all, function come up with return type and function name and parameters and function body. First of all, let's understand return type. What is meant by return type? Every function has a return value. Those return value, the return type is data type of the function return. Some function perform the desired operation without returning any value. Suppose if my function type return type is void, that means that function is not written any value, because void means nothing, it hasn't written any value. Suppose my function name is integer, that means that integer function need to perform or should return a value. So this is about the return type in function. So next one is the function name. Second one is the function name. This function name is the actual name of a function. The function name and the parameter list together consist the function signature. So as soon as the function declared, the function come up with the return data type, and next one is the function name, and next one is the parameter list. This is the basic nature. All these three, combination of all these three is often called as a function signature. Next one is the parameter list. So we can mention as many parameters as we can, and we sometimes often call as the parameters or the arguments. We can pass those arguments to a call by value and call by reference. All these topics can cover in my upcoming sessions. So first of all, here parameters we can pass as numeric parameter list. So this parameter list consisting of many different, what is the type of that parameter and order of that parameter and the number of parameters that a function is need to have to perform specific task. So what is the type of parameter and order of the parameter and the number of parameters that a function to have need to perform specific task based on those parameters only, and based on return type and based on the function name. These three combinations form the function signature. Based on that function signature, the function going to perform specific task. This about the different types of functions, and last one is the function body. So this is function body means here we can write the collection of statements which are going to perform specific task to us. So these are the different type parts, and these are all are the parts of the function. As soon as we declare a function, all these come up with the function. So I am explaining all these in detail. So next of all, so as soon as how you can, so function declaration and function definition is done there. Function definition, as soon as function declaration and function definition is done, so how you call a function onto your program, or how you include a function into your program. That means so suppose, let's understand the point each one by one. Here, while creating a function, you give a definition of what the function has to do. Suppose while creating a C function, next one you give a definition of it. Definition means as soon as you declare definition means, here first of all, suppose I have written a function called int space sum. Int space sum semicolon. This is my function. Int space sum semicolon means this is the function declaration. This is function definition only. Here I have not given any declaration for the declaration means any there are what are the statements written under statements, and what are the statements going to perform specific task. Those are written under the int space sum colon or not. So here I have written here, just I am mentioning the name int space sum semicolon. Here I am just defining the function, that is called definition. So declaration means as soon as when you provide much details, as soon as you provide many details or in detail about that function, then that function is called, then that definition is called function declaration. So function declaration, function definition, both are different ones. So to use a function you have to call. So as soon as you have given a declaration, as soon as you given a definition, and you want to use that function into your program, you need to have to call that function to perform the defined task. So next, consider the second point. Here when a program calls a function, The program control it is transferred to the called function. A called function performs defined task when its return is executed or when its function ending closing brace is reached. It returns the program control back to main program. So all these about we can understand these points with the help of a small program I have written here. So first of all, let's understand the program line by line. Here I am explaining the program now. Here I have written a simple program on function calling. Here I am included the two basic header files, standard HDO.h and conio.h. Next here I am declaring. This is called function definition. Here, function declaration. I am mistaken. Here this is called. Suppose without mention anything, just mention the function name and the return type and a parameter. This is called function signature. Here function signature. Sorry for the mistaken. I have mistakenly said that here this is called function definition. So let's change it. This is called function declaration. So here as soon as when you define function name and mention the return type along with the parameter list, then this is called function signature, and this is also called as function declaration. So here in function declaration, this doesn't have any implementation. This function has any implementation. This just declaring. Just I am declaring the function maximum. Here my function name is maximum of integer type, and it has the two different arguments, number 1 of integer type and number 2 of integer type. Next here main method. Here I have written a main method of void type. Next here I am initializing the a of integer type and assign 100 value to it. Next I am here taking a b value of integer type and assign 200 to it, and next here I am taking a result value, and that means result to store the sum of these values. Here I am by using the this function calling method I am going to print the maximum value between these two. Here I am going to print the maximum value between a and b, a comma b. Here suppose here I am here in this statement I am calling a function to get the maximum value. In order to get a maximum value, here I am just calling the function. What is my function? Here I had already declared in the above of my main method. So here I am just calling that function with the help of result. Here result equal to max of a comma b. That means here I am just calling the function max of a comma b, and the result will be stored into and the result is stored into this result object, this result variable of integer type stored the maximum of a comma b function result. Here just I am printing that result onto my output screen. Next one is the as soon as the compiler going to execute the program from top down approach, here going to execute these three statements. As soon as it encounters this max of a comma b function, as soon as it encounters the max of a comma b function, then the compiler directly goes to the definition of that function. Here I have given definition of maximum function. So here first of all, just clearly understand the difference between the function definition and function declaration. Here in my last slide I have mistakenly said that function declaration as function definition. So correct it once here. Now I am explaining clearly here. First of all, understand the function declaration. Function declaration means here function name and return type and along with the argument list. This is called function declaration. And here as soon as the compiler encounters this maximum function, then cursor directly jump to that type of function, jump to particular function where the here maximum function is a compiler occur. There's a cursor directly goes here and executed this program. Here I have written a main method. Here I am giving the definition for that function. So here I am maximum of integer type, and it has the two arguments the two parameters in number 1, number 2. Here I am adding the local variable declaration. I am taking the result of variable of integer type. Just I am checking here number 1 parameters are arguments of number 1, number 2, whether both are greater than. Here I am checking the condition whether number 1 is greater than or number 2, then the result will be in number 1, then the result will be number 1. If number 1 is greater than number 2, 2. That means number 1 means here number 1 value is greater than number 2, then result will be stored, then the number 1 value result is stored into result variable, else result will be less number 2 value is stored into result and return the result. Why? Because here my function of maximum of type is into, that's why here this maximum type return some value, that's why I am writing the result value, that in the stored value. What is the output value? The result stored, that value I am returning here. Why? Because my function is of type integer type, that's why this function will return the value. So here after executing the program, after run the program, here I get this output as maximum value is 200. Why? Because let's understand here clearly. Why? Because here number 1 are greater than number 2. Here number 1 number 2 means here a comma b. Suppose here 100 greater than 20, condition is true or false, condition is false, that's why number 1 is not printed, number 1 is not stored into result, and here else block is executed. If block is not executed, then else block is executed. Here number 2 will be stored into result. Here I am returning the result, and here the same. Here the maximum value is stored into result. Here what is the value stored into result? 200. That is 200 value that is printed onto output screen. You can clearly observe when the maximum value is 300 from this program. Here this about the function calling. This is the way we often call a function. Function definition must be above the main method, and the function declaration above the main method, and the function definition must be after that main method. And as soon as the compiler or the cursor gets encounters this definition of that function, then this directly goes to that function and executes the statement written under there, and again cursor goes back from there as soon as the condition fails, and cursor goes from that block and execute the remaining statements written under the main method. So this about the function calling in C programming language. This is the way we call a function. So in this session I am going to discuss about what mean by call by reference and what mean by call by reference. What are the different types of function arguments here? We have function arguments, call by value and call by reference. I am going to discuss about all these in my next session. If you like my session and like my way of explanation, please subscribe my channel and like my videos for more videos. Like my channel for more videos. And thank you for one and all watching, and thank you all.